He has now posted his biggest lead, the biggest lead yet in a brand new poll. Now some of Donald Trump's rivals are just hours away from finding out whether they made the cut for the first GOP debate. Plus, signs that Hillary Clinton could face more competition from Vice President Joe Biden. Now Secretary Clinton is taking to the airwaves with her first commercials of the campaign. Then President Obama authorizing American forces to help some Syrian rebels, or help some of those rebels in Syria fight the Islamic State, the same rebels who are trying to topple Syria's murderous dictator. Could this put the United States deeper into yet another Middle East conflict? And parents know that hanging around with the wrong crowd can hurt a kid's grades. But there's word now the crowd that can really hurt a report card is the opposite sex. What? Kennedy's here with that. Let's get to it.
Now, Shepard Smith reporting live from the Fox News deck.
Hello, it's Monday again. First from the Fox News deck, a just released poll shows Donald Trump has again widened his lead. It is huge. That's most of his Republican rivals struggle to reach double-digit support, but not the Donald. The Monmouth University poll of Republican voters nationwide shows Donald Trump leading with 26%. Jeb Bush and Scott Walker statistically tied for second. The remaining 14 candidates are polling in the single dig. The top 10 contenders in the average of national polls will get a spot in Thursday primetime debate here on Fox News Channel. Exactly how does that work? Don't know. Tomorrow is the deadline, though, to make the cutoff. Tonight, most of the candidates will be in New Hampshire for what organizers are calling a forum, not a debate, a forum. One contender who will not be there is the Republican frontrunner, Donald Trump. We have live Team Fox coverage of the race for the White House. Ed Henry on the latest from the Democrats, and new talk of a possible Joe Biden run. First, let's get to Carl Cameron, who's live in Washington. It feels like this has changed. I'm feeling different vibes now. It feels like something's different today, Carl. Something is very different now, isn't it?
Well, the heat is on for all the field. As you say, the determination of who gets to be in the 9 p.m. primary debate, the primetime debate, is going to be from an average of 5 polls. So this Monmouth poll may or may not actually be one of them. What Monmouth does show us is that Ohio Governor John Kasich is in 10th place and could make the primetime debate. That is a significant achievement for him, given that he only announced his candidacy a month ago and was at the very back of the pack and now finds himself perhaps at 10th. Donald Trump remains the front runner, absolutely outright. And he slammed 5 candidates yesterday in a tweet at a Koch brothers forum for big donors. And he said that they are potential puppets attending the Koch brothers summit in California, which sounded a lot like the kind of accusation Democrats have been making about Republicans for selling out to the Kochs. Jeb Bush and 4 others attended the Koch summit. Today, he outlined some immigration reform priorities, including border security, before any illegal immigrants here now can be considered for legal status. There are a whole bunch of other polls that are expected out today, including a Fox News poll, so the jockeying is going to be intense. Other recent polls show basically a 3-way battle for the last 2 seats in primetime between Kasich, Chris Christie, and Rick Perry. It's somewhere between the Hunger Games and a brutal game of musical chairs, Shep.
Hey, there's something happening in New Hampshire for Republicans tonight. It's not a debate. What is it, and what do we expect from it?
Do not expect Donald Trump. You said it. He's not going to be there. He sent a letter to the Union Leader newspaper, which is actually hosting the event, saying he wasn't going to go because he doesn't think he's going to get the paper's endorsement. That's kind of an odd reason and an odd move, since the event was supposed to be meant to inform voters in the state with the first primary, and he turned it down. Most of the candidates, including Trump, are trying to downplay expectations. He says he's not a debater and he's going to be up against a bunch of pros. Ben Carson had a pretty funny take on this yesterday. He said that the Donald is essentially creating tremendous help for Carson's campaign because fewer people are talking about Carson's lack of political experience, which he said is a good thing, but in the process he drew attention to it himself, Shep.
Carl, thank you.